Well, it's that time of year again. Time to take the snowblower off the Kubota and put the loader back on. I already made a video on this a few years back, and I had some trouble getting the loader on because one side wouldn't seem to want to go in well, and then the other side would go in and one side would come out. Basically, I couldn't get both sides to stay in simultaneously unless I hit it with a big hammer. But now I got a new garage. We got level cement, so I'm going to try it again, because the other one I had the tractor half out the door in the shed. The cement was broken, it was uneven, so I'm going to see if it goes easier this time with flat cement. So let's get going. First thing to do is unhook this hanger thing from the loader controls. And just drop the screw. Okay, take the screw out, there it goes. Okay, next step is to take off the crank handle from the auger, or the chute spinner thing. I'm sure there's a technical name for that. Okay, I'll put the screw back in here so I don't lose it for next fall when I reinstall it. Now I can set this aside. Okay, the snowblower is attached to the tractor with a thing called a quick hitch, which consists of a hydraulic cylinder, mounts on the front of the Kubota, and that enables it to raise up and down. And there's also a drive shaft which couples the transmits the power from the mid-mount PTO, which is the one that drives the mower deck normally, and that enables the auger to turn on the snowblower. So the first step would be to disconnect the snowblower from the quick hitch. The pin under here that must be removed. There we go. Now there's a lever on the side which I can flip, and that should have released the snowblower so it can be removed. Let's see, the other part of this is the drive shaft. I believe the drive shaft will separate automatically because it's two-piece construction. So other than trying to disconnect it from the tractor right now, I'm just going to go ahead and let it fall apart. Okay, next thing is to take the drive shaft off, I believe, although I probably could wait on this now at this point. So maybe waiting is a better solution. Let's see here, how did it get in here? Let's tab back here. There we go. Okay, grab this. Oh no, this piece fell off. Guess I should have done that the other way. Alright, now I gotta take the drive shaft off between the mid-mount PTO and the quick hitch. So the first thing to do is unhook it from here, which is the mid-mount PTO side, which is hard to do with the camera in your hand, but okay, it's loose. Let's pull it off. Alright. Now this is the quick hitch end. So it just slides off the spline right there. And now we can pull it out and set it aside. Next, there are two pins that need to be removed. They have these spring ring type retainers. Pull those off and slide the pins out from the opposite side, except that they are tight. So they aren't pulling out. We'll do the next step, which is loosening these T-bolts here. There's two of those. We'll loosen those up with just put a crescent wrench over the T and do it. Okay. Okay. So we can get these pins out now. I'll lift up on this a little bit now if I need to. Okay, a little bit of a minor setback here. These pins are still tight in here, and loosening these T-bolts didn't help. And there's still tension on it. There's like a wedge block here. I'll show you that. So what tightens that up? Kind of zoom in on this wedge blockness. So I have to improvise. I'm going to whack it one with a hammer. And whack it over here with a hammer. If push those wedge blocks back and release the tension. So now, with any luck, of which I don't have much, these pins should be loose and they should come out. Woo, look at that. Okay, the next step is to disconnect the hydraulic lines from the tractor and put the protective cap on the end. I will not put the protective cap on the tractor end because I'm going to be installing the loader in a second anyways. Now I should be able to lift the quick hitch off the tractor and set it aside. Okay, I have the loader on a dolly, so I will wheel it over to the tractor. Somebody told me I put the loader on the dolly backwards. That may or may not be true. I don't remember which way is correct. I will now connect the hydraulic hosage. Here we go. These are color coded or something. Okay, I'll now pull these pins out of the loader so that I can hook it on. Put it on both sides. Okay, the theory here is that I will be able to start the tractor, operate the hydraulics, somehow get this bottom pin or bottom of the loader piece into that cradle, and then operate it where this hole in there lines up with that hole there, and then put the pin in, and then it will be on. This has been an issue in the past, so let's see how it goes. As you can see, it didn't work as planned. The hole does not line up, so I have to go to plan B, whatever that is. Alright, I got one side in the second time around. This really is not any easier with the level cement. So it wasn't the cement that was the issue, evidently it was something is tweaked on the tractor. So this pin is not lining up, will not go in the hole. So what to do? I have elected to try the brute force and ignorance method of loader installation. Brute force and ignorance didn't work. Yeah, brute force and ignorance wins the day. The last step will be to raise the loader up and put the kickstand, not the quickstand, the kickstand up. Okay, the way this works, there is a retainer clip here, which is holding it in the down position. So I will take that clip out, slide it out. There's another pin above, if you can see it with the light there. So you have to slide it out so it disengages from the bottom pin. Then you can swing it up, and it will line up with this pin, which is for storage, and I will put the retainer clip back in that hole to retain it thusly. Yeah. If you try to do it on camera, it never goes as planned. There it is. So the loader is now installed. You can lower it down. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.